know, I'm just gonna do it. This is my first foray into a how-to video, and today I'm gonna show you all how to change a new tire on a bike with a milk crate. So if you haven't seen this before, I really hope this information helps you. This is how I do it. I've done a lot of tire and tube changes in my time. I'm an avid mountain biker, and this makes my life super easy. So I just received my new tire from Performance Bike, and it's been something I've been waiting on for a while. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the tire. So here it is. It's a Trail King 2.2. I ride 26-inch wheels, and you know, I ordered one of these and I put it on my rear, and it's really improved my cornering. So I just bought a second one. I'm going to put it on the front. So that's what I'm up to today. So let me get some tools, and these are things you're going to need. All right, these are super important. Tire levers, one piece molded. These have a special clip on the back, so when you take the tire off of the bead, you can hook it onto the spoke, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So I've got two tire levers, side cutters, so brand new tire, tire levers, all important milk crate, this is my mountain bike, gotta take the tire off. Hang that up there. So okay, here's my old tire coming off. Take the air out, obviously. Takes a little bit. Got a little locking nut here on the Presta valve stem. That has to come off as well. So these tires are in a bead, so you have to pop the bead off. See how the milk crate really makes things a lot easier here. So I've got the tire off the bead now. So I start opposite of where the valve stem is. So really didn't have to use the tire lever clip part, but if you start a tire taking it off the rim, you can actually pull it off of the bead, and then see how that clips just like that. It allows you to then get another lever in while this one's in place, and get your lever under the next part of the bead, and then flip it off the bead. So two levers. Don't need them today because this tire isn't super tight. The tube comes out. Flip this over. Did you hear that click? That was popping it off the bead. Working the tire off, had to sort of put a little extra effort on. So that's the old tire coming off. New tire coming on. So these are directional, so I want to make sure I'm going the right way with it. So I'm looking at my bike over here, and I'm pretty much eyeballing where the brakes are and the direction of rotation. So I'm pretty sure that's going to do it for me. Yep, rotation this way. And this is a little thing, this is something that I do. These logos, Trail King, this is made by Continental. If there was something on the rim that I would line up to, some Mavic or Sun rims or something that would match up with this logo, I actually would match the two logos, but this wheel doesn't have that. So I'm going to look at the stem hole and match it up with my other bike. So the Continental, the N. Alrighty. So I got my milk crate holding my wheel flat. I'm getting the tire on. Push it around onto the bead. Milk crate's keeping the pressure off the axle. And there I go. Oh, gotta spin it a little bit. There we go. So here's my tube again. Pop it right back in. Again, the milk crate's making my life super easy. And then this detail where the stem is, I start the bead and tuck it under the rim right where the stem is. And I actually push the stem out of the way a little bit so I can cut the bead down into the rim. So as you can see, I'm halfway back on with the tire, getting around. This tire is a little bit more narrow, so I got to let a little air out, squeeze some of that air out. Because it's tubeless ready, you actually have to get the tube, the tire bead in the middle of the rim so you can work it all the way around and then pop it off the other side. Well, basically pop it in the top side of the bead of the rim. So I'm back together here, get my bike pump. Pump it up right on the table. Just low pressure, just a little air. Fill it up so I can look for, make sure the bead is all the way in where it needs to be. Everything is looking even. Then I get it on the ground to pump it all the way up. I don't know if you guys heard those clicking noises, but that was the bead popping into place. So here's my tire, tube fully inflated, 35 psi, new tire in place, Trail King Continental. Love this tire, really good cornering, excellent hold. Use my Pedro tire levers, gotta have them. They come in a pack of 2. Milk crate makes your life easy. And then I love this pump. It's made by Joe Blow. I guess that's the model. Huh, I don't know what the make is. Sorry about that, Joe Blow. You need one of these though. Dual headed, Presta, standard, Schrader, and then a gauge. So check that out. Gotta have that. So I've got I gotta put the locking collar back on the stem. Close my valve, obviously. These valves are interesting because you actually have this piece that pushes down and there's a locking mechanism, a little lock nut on there that keeps you from losing air. So you tighten that back down. Here's my, I guess you would say, rim hole centering nut. Put that on the stem, hold that securely. And then that's it. So that's the milk crate method. I hope you guys see the benefit of this. If you get one of these, it's going to make your life way easier than laying your wheel sort of flat on a table. Not only can you potentially damage your disc rotor, you have the quick release smashing into whatever it is that you are working on. So this just allows you to spin the wheel around, inspect it as you go, and just makes your life a heck of a lot easier. So that's the milk crate. And then I want to show you guys one more tool that I really absolutely love. Alright, so this, if you are an avid rider, you got to get one of these. They're not cheap, but it's made by Park Tool, and it is a wheel truing stand, part TS-8. So I absolutely love this thing. I am going to clean the wheel off, so I need to protect my table, and I'll show you guys what I do. Here's my truing stand. Put the wheel in, flip that out of the way, get it in the cradle. There I go, I'm centered, push that together. Got to tighten up the quick release. And I am going to just test this wheel for true. I have a little feeler gauge I've just put in place here. And I guess I'll have to show you guys that. So this is what I'm talking about right there. So as I spin the wheel, I'm going to be able to make sure that it's true to the little finger. This is what I'm talking about right there. So as I spin the wheel, I'm going to be able to make sure that it's true to the little finger. See that little, see that little gap? So I would say that's looking good. Definitely looking good. So wheel is true. I don't have to mess with truing it, but if I did, I would use my spoke wrench and work on adjusting those nipples. That's what those are called, where the spokes intersect with the rim. It's a nipple. Flip that out of the way. Now I want to give it a little cleaning. So I use WD-40, keeps the nipples nice and lubricated, and if I do have to adjust them, talking to this camera. If I do have to adjust them, it doesn't twist the spokes. So just spray a little light coating, keeping it away from the brake rotor. There we go. Oh, I just remembered. Okay, toe peak. Toe peak Joe Blow. Got to get one of these. Best pump ever. I don't know why I couldn't remember that before. I think I'm just nervous. So I've got the rim all lubed up here. It's actually the nipples, like I said. I'm just going to give it a wipe. One side. And then the other. And this stand is making my life a lot easier. And then between the nipples, just a little, get the dirt off, cleaning, get that clean, looking sharp, new tire on the rim's nice and true, and nice and clean. So now I want to put it on my bike. Alright, so here's my Mount Vision 2010 vintage. My wheel into the forks. Open my quick release a little bit. So I'm tightening one end, and then I'm using lever on the other side to find where it finally tightens up. That's how quick release works. And plenty more almost there. Looking good. So I'm ready to ride. Oh yeah. So final check. I was just making sure that I did put it in the right way. I've had times where I go through all that effort, put the wheel on backwards, so it's always important to double check that you have it installed the way you want it as you're installing it. And yeah, I'm ready to ride. I've got 2 matching sets of wheels, ready to rock and roll. So I hope this video is helpful to you. This is, like I said, my first foray into how-to, and that was how to change a tire with a milk crate. And you saw the parts that I use, the tools that I use, and believe me, if you can get a hold of a milk crate, it doesn't really matter how old, as long as it keeps your wheel up, it's going to save you a lot of extra effort. So thanks for watching, and come back and visit soon. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I would appreciate it.